This PYFL All-Star Game is brought to you by Pro Athletics, made in the USA, custom sublimated uniforms and apparel. On the web at proathletics.com. Postnet in Moorpark. Create, duplicate, deliver. On the web at postnet.com. Dana O Photography. On the web at danao.com. Westco International Consulting of Ventura. On the web at westcointl.com. Sports Academy in Thousand Oaks. On the web at sportsacademy.us. American Trophies and Awards of Simi Valley. On the web at americantrophy.securedwebpages.net. Lucky Fool's Pub on High Street in Moorpark. And by Hard Luck Kings Guitars and Apparel of Westlake Village. On the web at hardluckkings.com. And now, back to the action.
Okay, we're back into the action here, starting the second quarter. 4th down and 11. No score if you just joined us on the PYFL, the JD Media Group, and they're going to go ahead and punt this ball as they took the timeout to think it. And a nice Santa Clarita bounce. The ball will be around the 13-yard line. And the West will be taken over, coached by Lance Martin from the Thousand Oaks Titans. And let's see who they're going to throw in this time at quarterback. They had Endicott, who's the very proficient quarterback, great arm. He's got good tools, at least a 4-tool type quarterback. And looks like Pisano is down there getting his groups together for the East All-Stars, and over the West, of course, Lance Martin out of Thousand Oaks. So it looks like there was no time on the clock, so I have no idea why they ran a punt when there was no time. So I guess the referees been working a long day, and they probably figured, oh, wait, the quarter's over. Why are we playing still?
Well, so far, I tell you, we've seen some really talented athletes, guys with some good speed, some big plays, some explosive plays. And it's been great defense. I mean, all 4 of the games today, they're all, just jam-packed with great defensive plays.
Always enjoy working the senior all-star team. Of course, all the games are fantastic. You worked the previous 3, so you can see the development at each level. But this is like really exciting because these guys are ready. They're pumped. The old term. I won't say the word, but it's blank and vinegar. I mean, these guys are really itching to get into that the high school game. So,
yeah, they're itching at it and ready to go, and you can tell the energy is just the pursuit. I mean, I love watching guys who run to the football. This old saying, you play football with your eyes, hands, and feet. And when it comes to your eyes, hands, and feet, those are all the things that you control. Attitude, effort, and these guys are giving great effort out on the football field.
And the West is back at it. Oop, little slippage there, and it looks like that might have been Caleb Alvary, the running back for the West All-Stars. Alvary, of course, out of Thousand Oaks. Got a couple yards there.
If we can keep them backed up here.
Quarterback keeper, just hammered there in the backfield as the East All-Stars big tight end / linebacker. He's mainly a tight end, but he plays linebacker. Lance Leishholm making the tackle.
Lance Leishholm, and you got Davis. Man, you got some explosive guys. These guys are not just big, but they're explosive. They get under your pads and they knock people back. That's the old knock 'em back, get knock 'em backs on blockers. But the smart thing that they're doing is they're getting separation with their arms so they can tear off and then run and make tackles. They're exciting to watch.
Reese Winchester is now in at quarterback for the Senior West All-Stars in the shotgun. He's a capable quarterback, but this time that rush is just too heavy. The whistle blew there before any chance for a safety, and if it's not Davis,
it is Davis.
It is. The other guys just go back to the sideline and let Davis run the whole thing.
Well, they have to choose who they're going to double.
Yes.
On occasions they'll double Davis, and then they'll swing it back to the other side. So pick your poison.
And then you got King Miller to cover any of the loose holes. So 10:30 to go, second quarter, and it looks like it's a 12-minute quarter, but it's more like a 14-minute quarter as they didn't start the clock. So it looks like it's 4th down, and it is a punting situation, and wearing the number 0, if you will, Going to punt the ball here for the Senior West All-Stars, Brendan Gonzalez from the Thousand Oaks Titans. Also coming in to help with some blocking will be Robert Trey Valles III.
Let's see what Daniel Hernandez can do with his punt return. It looks like they're setting up for return.
Well, it better be a good kick because a lot of space and running room. And it's a high kick, but it's not deep. It's going to just be around the 20. Looks like it was off the side of the foot, so great field position for the East All-Stars from the 18-yard line. Now, this will be the scoring opportunity the Warriors have been hoping for. We got 9:34 to go here in the second quarter of play. First half at Moorpark High School, no score. Mike Carlucci, Ricky Hundley. Hundley, of course, All-American at Arizona, Hall of Famer in college, and, of course, many years in the NFL with the Denver Broncos, the Raiders, and Cardinals, and now coaching all over the place. We'd be here till midnight when I have to let you know all the teams he coaches for. He's done a lot, and it's good to be here with him, and glad you guys are watching on the JD Media Group. This is the last game of the night, the PYF All-Stars East and West, and it looks like Santa Clarita coach Mike Pisano has got his senior East All-Stars ready to go. Ball is marked at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10. Oh, bad exchange, fumble, loose ball, and the quarterback this time was Benjamin Macias out of Palmdale. And the exchange was something that when you're not playing with these guys on a regular basis can happen quite a bit.
You know, and that's been kind of the theme for the day. A lot of fumbles at the snap. You just don't have time to work with the centers, the new centers, and center quarterback exchange is so critical in these games. And applying pressure and putting people over the center's head, I think, is key.
Learn from your mistakes, move on, try to pick up the slack, try to get through that bump and produce something, make something happen. 2nd and 11, they only lost a yard there, luckily, with 8:22 to go here in the first half.
Well, they don't call these guys all-stars for nothing because, you know, they're able to put it behind them and go to the next play.
Indeed. Anthony Martinez, the man in motion. And a little reverse, if you will. And he's tripped up because he had a lot of running room, was Martinez. But number 8 for the West All-Stars, that's Robert Dixon.
Yeah. Robert, good-looking kid, good size, long arms. You know, just reached out and makes the play. Exciting football.
You were talking about him earlier in the game. I remember you were talking to somebody about Dixon, so now we finally saw what he can really do. And there's a guy there, a young lad on the East All-Stars. It's Aiden Bretthauer. He's a big fella, and he was waiting to give Martinez some room. He was standing there ready to block somebody, but Martinez got tripped up by Dixon. So brings up a 3rd and 12, 1-yard loss on the play with 7:27 to go here in the first half.
That just shows good skill and ability to be able to snake through and make a play.
Martinez once again back in motion. Macias takes it, hands it off to Kingsbury. Kingsbury with a twist and a turn, but that tough West All-Star defense makes the stop. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Robert Trey Valles did a good job of getting in the backfield, but just got to wrap up and get him down on the ground. But good pursuit, good play, good defense from the West.
Caleb Alvary also helping up there on the defensive side for the Senior West team. And Robert Dixon, once again, he's the coach. He's the, he's the captain out there. And Santino Aina is how you pronounce it, out of North Oxnard, playing for the Senior West All-Stars. The Thousand Oaks Titans.
It's our first field goal attempt for the day.
What's that?
It's our first field goal attempt for the day.
Nope, here we go. We're going to line it up. That will be about a 38-yarder. Nice hold, good snap. It's kind of low, and it's not going to make it. And that is no good. So the Warriors coach, Mike Pisano, is hoping to get some points on the board, but the Senior East All-Stars are failing to do that. The field goal kicker right there, not doing too well. It looked like it was a pretty good hold.
Yeah, it was a low kick. You know, it may have gotten a little tip too, but you can't make those kicks unless you get underneath them.
Jacob Vigor was the kicker there, and I wish he could do that all over again. Nonetheless, 6:18 to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 as the Senior West All-Stars now back in command. 1st and 10. Ball at the 20. Let's see who they're going to throw there in quarterback duties for the West All-Stars. Good arm, good throw, caught nicely for a first down. That's Tate McFessel making the catch from Mitchell Vermont. If that's number 9 playing quarterback, that was a great throw.
Great throw, great catch. I mean, he caught that in traffic. There were 3 defenders around him. He was poised. He pulled it in. Get first down.
That's Travis Endicott back in the game. I beg your pardon. I was thinking that Mitchell would be getting a chance, Mitchell Vermont, but Travis Endicott back in there. He's the proficient arm of the 3 or 4 quarterbacks we'll be seeing rotating in this game. First down, ball the 34-yard line with 5:53 remaining, no score. Little traffic there on the handoff, or the snap, I should say, and a nice pickup by Endicott and a nice throw caught by Griffin Addison out of the Camarillo Roadrunners Club. And Addison getting close to a first down. And
just shy.
And I believe if it wasn't Davis making the stop, that could have been Jack Jacobs on the tackle there for the Warriors coach Mike Pisano's senior East All-Stars.
Yeah, I think you're correct on that, Mike.
Wish we could have our monitor. We could really see what's going on here. So you got men with not the best eyes, but we can do the best we can. Here we go. There's a nice little throw by Endicott. Some good blocking right there around the 50-yard line. Getting out, twisting to the 41. A play by the senior West All-Stars. That was a fantastic player who I mentioned. Keep an eye on this guy, Brandon Santana, with a nice toss from Endicott and a big first down, about a 25-yard pickup.
Well, I tell you, there were about 3 guys trying to make the tackle on him, and he twisted, he spun, he turned, and he got up the football field, and he made the play when it needed to be made. That was a great effort.
So far, Travis Endicott has made 2 good tosses back-to-back. He's made 4 good passes here in this first half. Let's see if the senior West All-Stars can get on the board here from the 41-yard line. Once again, Endicott throws it, and his sure-handed receiver just I was going to say sure hands. I shouldn't have said sure hands. That was Griffin Addison, who made a great catch prior, 2 plays prior to this one. This time makes the catch and fumbles it, and I believe they may call it. They're going to say he did complete the catch long enough.
Complete the catch. It was stripped out.
Yeah, stripped out. So do the senior West All-Stars maintain? Yes, they do, because Endicott is still out there. And I believe
the strip was caused there by Jack Ritchie.
Looks like we're going to have a little timeout called by Lance Martin, the head coach of the Senior West All-Stars out of the Thousand Oaks Titans Club. Well, while we have the time real quick, you said some of the captains on the team here, the Senior West All-Stars. We got Tate McFessel, big guy Jacob Medina. He's going to be one of those guys all over the field as well. A great leader, Brandon Contreras. And, of course, Robert Dixon, who we've seen make some great defensive plays. Back to the action. There comes a great throw, but it's almost intercepted. The ball was hung up there. The ladder was a little high there for Brody Meyer. Brody Meyer just couldn't get up there, but a fantastic play. Great vision by Jacob Vigor.
Jacob Vigor, he just made a great effort to get up there and get that football. Here again, you keep seeing guys with great speed. He just showed up out of nowhere to get there to defend that ball.
So Jacob Vigor makes a great play. It's now 3rd down and 8 with 4:25 to go here in a very quick first half. Some great play calling, but some great defensive plays. A nice, smooth, pretty much mistake-free. Endicott, good protection, looking, trying to escape, but he gets hit up there on the line there. That's that number 92?
52.
52, I beg your pardon. That's Michael Juarez.
Michael Juarez.
And now it'll bring up a 4th down, 4 minutes, 8 seconds. And I believe punting formation is intact here for the Senior West All-Stars, being coached by Lance Martin from the Thousand Oaks Titans. And is that our friend D'Angelo Davis back there? No, it's somebody else.
No, it'll be Aaron Butler, number 22. He is the speedster on the team. And so is also Shahid Free. Those are the 2 fastest guys for the East.
So Aaron Butler, number 28.
That's who on the sack.
Oh! What did they do? What happened?
That's our guy, D'Angelo Davis.
Yep.
Again, blitz right up the middle, untouched. you know. And it's not because they're not trying to block him. They can't block him.
Can't block him because of his physicality, but also when you don't play with these guys all the time, you don't know, like, oh, wait, maybe if there was this same exact play from another game during the season that they can count on the guy they know. They'll pick up a guy like D'Angelo Davis, but not knowing because they don't play with these All-Stars don't play together that much. It has a handful of practices, so that's what's going to benefit a guy like Davis.
Yeah, and Davis seems to me he has a natural blitzer. He uses his hands to beat the block, and then he gets his eyes up.
Okay, back in midfield, there's the pitch with some running room, but he trips over one of his men there. That playing quarterback there for the East All-Stars, that was Benjamin Macias this time, and he rolled the ball.
Great tackle by Matt Earhart.
Yeah, good block there by Aiden Bretthauer, but he tripped he tripped on him. When you're running full speed and that big offensive guard gets in front of you, it's going to happen from time to time when you just go ahead and trip.
Well, Matt did a great job. He attacked the blocker first and knocked the blocker into the runner and then finished it off. And that all comes from physicality, being willing to come down the hill and attack people.
So Aaron Butler, it's time for him to do something here for the senior East All-Stars. Ball at midfield. They gained a yard on the play, 2nd and 9. And there is Jacob Vigor this time. I see a flag go up. Somebody's handkerchief, a little holding call, so it'll be brought back. And we had a new quarterback there, Dylan Kelly, for senior East All-Stars. We'll go ahead and repeat 2nd down. 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go first half. A very smooth, fast first half. Strategy-wise and defensively for both teams.
That's a costly error there. Yeah, you got a chance to get a drive together and get in scoring position before the half end.
I believe Josh Eidelberg was the player that was costly there with the infraction for the senior East All-Stars. Back to the shotgun we go. Fake handoff, left side. Looking for a blocker. It's got some running room. He's shoving away with a stiff arm. And that was Tyler Scott making the catch from the exchange there, about a 5-yard throw from Dylan Kelly.
That was a big first down by Scott. They made contact with him shy of the line of scrimmage, and he moved it up for another 8 yards.
So now it's a 3rd down and 5. They've had a nice pickup of yardage there, over 10 yards, but still shy. It's a minute 22 to go here in the first half. 3rd down and 5, ball at the 45-yard line. Time for some big plays here from the senior East All-Stars. Head coach Mike Pisano is known for pulling out a rabbit out of the hat. He's a magician of sorts when it comes to a big play. Mike Pisano, of course, the coach of the Santa Clarita Warriors, representing quite a few of his players from Santa Clarita. And, of course, on the other side, the senior West All-Stars, Lance Martin out of Thousand Oaks Titans for the senior West. Wishbone sort of set up there, and the handoff from Kelly. I believe that was Jacob Vigor once again. And they either lost a half a yard, so it's going to bring up a 4th down with a minute 10 remaining. Clock is stopped. I believe we have a timeout called by the senior West All-Stars. We're at Moorpark High School, first half. Minute 10 to go. Once again, shotgun, new quarterback for the East. Michael Martin, and he's going to do the keeper. Nope, that's not. That's Jack Jacobs. Jack Jacobs, of course, had a few plays in the first quarter. Didn't get much there on that 4th down call. So with 59 seconds exactly to go here, first half, it's the Thousand Oaks Titans, Lance Martin. Can he do something here for the senior West All-Stars?
They've got their speed rush team in, so you're going to see a dose of Davis. And Davis left, Davis right, Davis up the middle.
See if Endicott will be back in there. He's got Caleb Alvary on the left side. There's Endicott, a lot of room. He's going to air it out. He's got a man open. Almost picked off around the 36-yard line. That was number 43, Jag Risher out of Burbank for the East All-Stars, cutting it out there so the West could not get a big play.
Yeah, we've called Jack's name several times today. You know, he's been holding it down over at the corner position, but making some tackles as well.
Incomplete pass there. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10. 40 seconds to go in the first half. That's an interesting helmet that Alvary is wearing. It's almost like it's not wearing a helmet at all. Solid black. Looks like a wig. There's a throw, and it's picked off at the 45-yard line, and he's got some running room near the sideline, but he's knocked out of bounds. Big play. There he is, Jacob Vigor again. So Endicott went high. He tried to get his main man up there with the attempt. That was Griffin Addison, the intended receiver, but he overthrew him. He's got that big arm of his, and nicely done there by Vigor. And with 32 seconds to go, ball is at the 38-yard line, and maybe the senior East could do something here.
Maybe, you know, the thing is, Vigor, that was a big-time play. He caught the ball with the tip of his hands, and he high-pointed it, and then he got out of bounds. He saved some time on the clock as well.
He was looking, though. He's got great vision. He goes, is there a way I can find a gap and keep going? But he knew, and you're right. He stepped out of bounds, saved some time on the clock, and here we go. There's the big fella with the handoff, and a gain of about they're fighting for 2 or 3 yards there, as Jack Jacobs and his running back there was Thomas Requejo. Or was that D'Angelo Hall? It might have been D'Angelo Hall on the carry there.
No, D'Angelo was lead blocking.
D'Angelo Davis, I mean. He was blocking. D'Angelo Davis was blocking. And we got a timeout here in the action. 22 seconds to go. Ball at the 36-yard line. All right, back in there we do have Thomas Regejo going to be a blocking back, and a nice throw there, but it's nobody near. It looks like his intended receiver was Tyler Scott. Good. Jack Jacobs, you can tell, has got a fantastic arm there, but just, misled his receiver. Way overthrown.
He just got to be a little more patient in the pocket because, I think he had time, just take a deeper drop, buy himself a little more time, and he can deliver that ball and make that catch.
So it's a 3rd down play, so there's enough time for 1 big play or maybe 2 short plays, and if they can get into field goal range. He tried a 38-yarder last time, and he kicked it low. So he's going to have to get that ball between the 20, I would say the 15 or 20-yard line to be a comfortable kick for him. So they may just air it out right here and just try to do something, and if they don't get it, then they'll just go in the locker room happy with a scoreless tie. Jack Jacobs dishes it out over there to Clayton Woods into the ball game. Clayton Woods running to the left side, and he runs out of bounds. Did he conserve
saved
some
time?
clock?
Yeah, we got 10 seconds here.
Yeah, so there is some time for maybe one other quick play and then set up for a field goal. I like that call. It came unexpectedly because we're thinking of the big pass because the big arm from the Jack Jacobs quarterback chores of going deep, but that was a nice play.
Yeah, and not running the risk of getting a sack fumble because he has to hold the ball too long and wait for the route to develop. Quick throws, let your athletes make a move in the open field, get a play.
Ashton Duplessis from West Lancaster was out there. Now he's went back to the sideline. He is supposed to be one of those other kind of hidden secret speedsters. I'd like to see him do something, but he's out of this particular play here. Jacobs,
down
a lot
the middle.
Of time.
There's
a lot of time. Looking,
There's
going to
Davis.
roll right. He's got a man open near the right side. Ew, it's tipped up. And they still have 2 seconds. The clock is showing 1 second. And that was Tyler Scott.
1 second left on the.
But it had to be thrown that high because otherwise it would have been intercepted. So
Yeah,
it
the
was one of
receivers
those-
got to keep going.
Yeah. Oh, that was our buddy D'Angelo Davis.
Yeah, D'Angelo, he stopped.
Yeah, it was a crisp throw, but it was kind of a, what do you call it? They used to call those things in baseball. If you threw it from third base to first base, it was one of those atom bombs that kind of sail in. You have to throw it
you
crisper.
drop it in, a little more arc.
Yeah, a little more arc, like you said. So D'Angelo Davis that time.
A little Hail Mary here.
Yep. Yeah, because this would be a about a 43-yard attempt. And they're just going to go ahead and give it a shot here. Look for somebody open near the end zone. Hope for a penalty. That would give him one more play. Nonetheless, it is 3rd and 10, ball at the 28. Or they may just go ahead and nope, they're going to do it here. And that's D'Angelo Davis. Look at this. Look at the speed. Oh, he couldn't get out. There was one guy he almost got away from, and that was
an exciting run.
Yeah, I like that because it looked like they were just going to sit on it, and I believe that was Brett Elderly. Brett Elderly saved 6 points. So time has run out here in the first half, ladies and gentlemen. A very entertaining game with the athleticism, the physicality, but these teams, no one wants to break. They are bending, but they're not breaking. We are scoreless here. It's halftime at Moorpark High School. Mike Carlucci, Ricky Hundley. We'll have the second half for you in a little bit. You keep it right here on the JD Media Group, the PYFL Senior West and Senior East All-Stars.